What's chimping, everybody? This is your boy Chimpact bringing guys a Beedrill analysis. When Beedrill and Pidgeot were first introduced, I really thought they were just going to be like Banette and Aggron, where they were just NU Pokemon and I didn't really get much better. But as soon as Beedrill stats were released, I was definitely a believer. So looking at the stats, it's 65 base HP, still stays the same, 150 attack, so that was a huge boost in attack. 40 base defense, so it's not going to take the attacks that well. Like Mamoswine's Ice Shard is capable of killing it after rocks, which is crazy because that's not even super effective or anything like that. The special attack decreases by 30 points to 15, which is huge because that enables Beedrill to get another 30 points in another stat. Spadef stays the same at 80, which is pretty good because it can take a lot of weakened special attacks, and it can take Focus Blast really well because it is 4 times resistant to it, so you can use that to your advantage. And the speed increases to 145, which is also pretty big. It would be much better if it got a little bit more attack than the speed, but I can't really complain because the speed is also huge because it ties with Sceptile, whatever, and with the defenses, you might even be able to take a hit from Sceptile anyway. So the EVs are pretty simple: 252 attack, 252 speed, 4 in Spadef. It really depends on what the rest of your team is, if you want to go Adamant or Jolly. But I usually like to go Adamant. Adaptability is a great, it's just a great ability. It's the reason why one of the reasons why Lucario got banned into Ubers, and it's just a really solid ability. U-turns are doing a lot of damage. If you're using X-Scissor, that's going to do a lot of damage. Poison Jab is just a really strong attack, and it's just really good. Jolly, you can always use Jolly to outspeed some niche Choice Scarfers. Like if people want to use Adamant Landers for whatever reason, you'll get to outspeed that. So going into the moveset, first move going to be Protect. You have to run Protect. A lot of people running Swords Dance, a lot of people running Fell Stinger. Those are bad options in my opinion, because it's too frail to be able to set up, and there's way too much priority in the tier to be able to Swords Dance effectively. And really, like, what are you going to do with Swords Dance? Like, you're just going to be able to beat Stall a little bit easier, but even then, like, Stall definitely has answers to Beedrill in just Steel types, like not really Steel types because you do have Drill Run, but like Skarmory can easily wall this set. Landorus can take this set on really well. Gliscor. So there's a lot of Pokemon that can really take on Beedrill, so I don't really understand the purpose of Swords Dance. And Fell Stinger? Are you kidding me? Fell Stinger is just as bad as Swords. It's 10 times worse because nobody's going to, like, if you sack a Pokemon to Beedrill, they're going to be able to revenge you really easily. So even if you get the attack boost, it's not going to matter. So you're pretty much wasting an entire slot on Fell Stinger. So I really don't agree with that. The second move is going to be U-turn. U-turn just to get momentum. That's huge. You have Stealth Rock support. You have Spike support. It's amazing. U-turn along with adaptability. You're doing at least 15 to 20% on most of the Pokemon. Add in Stealth Rock, and each time Beedrill comes in, you're just whittling down your opponent. The next move is going to be Poison Jab. Poison Jab is amazing because not only is it a 30% chance to poison, so if the Pokemon isn't immune or a poison type, you also get the chance to poison, which is huge. Because if you get to poison a Landorus, along with the fact that you have Protect, this is another reason why Protect is good, because if you get that poison with Poison Jab and then you get Protect damage, like, you're canceling out their leftovers. If they're Scarf Landorus, that's even better because they're taking Stealth Rock damage, they took the Poison Jab damage, and then they're going to take the poison damage after you Protect. And you get to scout to see what item or what moves they're going to lock themselves into, which is also another reason why Protect is so good, because there's a lot of Choice Scarf users in the tier because of how fast some of these new Megas are. Like Mega Sceptile is 145, Mega Beedrill is 145, Salamis is 120, Gallade is 150. So there's a lot, I mean not 150, it's base 110, but it hits 350 speed. So there's a lot of really fast Pokemon that you need to use Choice Scarfers on. There's Greninja, well, yeah, there's Greninja, so you might need a Choice Scarf user for that as well. So yeah, people are using Choice Scarf users, so Protect helps scout out that, and then you can switch out accordingly. Like I've seen a user use Choice Scarf Gardevoir, which is really dumb, but I got savaged by it because he had a Mega Lottie, and I thought his Mega was Gardevoir, but I didn't realize that you could use Mega Lottie on the ladder. And then the last move is going to be Knockoff or Drill Run. It's pretty much up to preference. I usually like to run Drill Run, but Knockoff is a little bit more, I guess you could say, consistent, because you're not really going to be able to use Drill Run that often because people are going to be playing around Drill Run. They don't really play around knockoff, so you could do that. And final thoughts on Beedrill, I think it's going to be a solid OU mon. Adaptability and the attack boost really puts it over the edge. I don't think it's going to be in UU if it does stay, but it really depends because there's a lot of other megas that could potentially there's a lot of other Pokemon along with the move tutors that could really limit Beedrill. Like Beedrill, you gotta remember that it has base 40 defenses, so even with all that speed, you gotta have a little bit of defense to take on priority and other attacks. It's weak to Stealth Rock, so it might go UU if people don't use it a lot in OU. But it's one of the best U-turners ever. Even Choice, it definitely rivals Choice Banded Scizor. So definitely use Beedrill. It's a great Pokemon, and that's my analysis. I'm going to be doing a couple more analysis of other Pokemon. Mega Lopunny is going to be next. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Please give a like, favorite if you want, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.